Hi there, welcome to Grain TV. It's Wednesday, February 1st, and an update in the markets. Let's take a look at GrainEdge's trading platform and see where we closed. In Chicago, corn up 7 3/4, beans on front month March up 12 3/4, and wheat in Chicago gaining 13 cents today. Felt like a short covering rally for sure. No real news driving this rally, just really sort of bouncing off the lows here. Overnight we had new crop November beans trading as low as $9.95, but that quickly reversed when we got to the morning session. Some of the news out this morning, there was an export sale announcement for soybeans, this time 236,000 metric tons. Most of that, 170,000 of that 236 going for old crop. So that was certainly supportive, getting soybeans off of the low. Also, wheat seemed to really be pushing higher on a short covering rally, and some late session weakness in the US dollar that was supportive as well after the Fed announced they would keep interest rates unchanged. Other news out today, FC Stone came out with revised Brazilian crop forecast numbers. They pegged the corn crop there in Brazil at 91.5. That's up from 91.1 that they had previously forecast, and their soybean estimate continues to go higher, reaching 104.1 versus 102.8 last month. After the close today, we did get some crushing numbers from USDA. Their December crushing report for soybeans shows only 169.2 million bushels crushed in December. That is off from the range of estimates that varied as low as 170 to a high of 172.5 million bushels. So that could potentially take some of the lift out of this rally when we get back overnight, later tonight in the new trade session. So, today was really just sort of a recovery from really a beating of the last 2 weeks. If we think about where March beans is traded as high as 1080, getting down just a hair below 1020, and today closing around that 1030 mark. Other news, let's take a look on Wednesday, as we always do, at the EIA report on ethanol, and this number was certainly supported for corn, with production hitting a new all-time high at 1.06 million barrels per day. That's up 10,000 barrels a day from last week, and again an all-time high, but still problematic is the growing stockpile of ethanol, up 142,000 barrels, getting it up to nearly 22 million barrels, just below that at 21.87. Let's take a look at March wheat. We've talked about March wheat potentially having some bottom here. If we go back to the bottom set at the end of the year, this looks like a double bottom, and we've been saying that it has the potential to maybe trace us back up into the 445 mark. One of the things that was certainly negative for wheat was the growing strength in the US dollar after the election November 9th. You can see this blue trend line really starting when we had the election of President Trump, and the strength in the dollar that ensued, going all the way to sort of the first of the year, and the bubble has sort of burst with the US dollar index hitting 103. Today we're trading below 100, around 99.8 as I'm speaking now, and the Fed announcement today that they would keep interest rates the same sort of took some of the steam out of what was looking to be somewhat of a turnaround from yesterday's big sell-off. So a growing decline, or a decline in the US dollar, is certainly supportive of wheat, and we may have turned a corner and continue to march higher. Obviously fundamentals will come into bear here, but I think technically today was a short covering rally. You've got some people heading for the exits, and in addition, obviously, a declining dollar would be beneficial for the wheat market. As we look ahead this week, tomorrow we've got export sales coming out. Expectations for those range from 800 to 1.1 million metric tons for corn on old crop. Soybeans pegged to be 500 to 800,000 metric tons, and old crop wheat coming in expectations of 250 to 450. That will be out at 7:30 Central Time tomorrow, right before we hit the morning break at 7:45. So watch those numbers. We'll be talking about them tomorrow on Grain TV. As always, if you'd like to learn more about how we can help you in your own grain trading situation, visit us online at grainhedge.com. Take a demo of our trading platform, and as a trading client, you get all the benefits of our commentary, our technical alerts, all for the low cost of only $7 a trade. Take a look at us, and we hope you'll give us a reach out. Have a great day. We'll talk to you on Thursday.